So the Atlanta Hawks absolutely stole, and I mean stole, Dejounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs. Like, straight up, man, this trade, I'm still kind of processing it. I've had a very busy day, and I'm kind of just getting around to looking at it, and oh my goodness, man. Now, I will say, though, if you are a Spurs fan, I can think of a huge, great, promising reason why they did this. At least I hope it's for this reason. We're going to get all that, guys, for this 24-hour NBA update offseason video. Before we get going on this, man, remember, I cannot grow this channel without you guys. I can post 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos a day. But I still need you to hit that subscribe button so I can grow and live my dream. Thank you guys so much, man. Okay, let's get to this. It's going to be a crazy one, guys. So much stuff is happening in the NBA right now. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the NBA. I love basketball. It's not even the actual trade, or not trade deadline, free agency start period. And here we are, right? So, via Woj, the Atlanta Hawks are trading Danilo Gallinari and multiple first-round picks to the San Antonio Spurs for all-star guard Dejounte Murray, sources tell ESPN. And real quick here, man, I'm going to pull up the rest of the trade here because I know a lot of these different accounts, they, yo, what's this, man? Yo, Patty Mills has declined to $6 million. We got so much stuff to talk about. So the Hawks are sending a 2023 first-round pick via Charlotte and their own 2025 and 2027 first-round picks to the Spurs in the deal. Sources tell ESPN Spurs will also get a pick swap in 2026. Okay, so I look at this one of two ways. Real quickly here, let me go through the Spurs side of things. Why would the Spurs do this trade? And you would think Dejounte Murray would be a little bit more valuable than Danilo Gallinari and some picks. Let's keep in mind those picks for the Hawks. This is a move that puts them into contention mode, man. At least headed definitely in that direction. I'm not saying they're doing next season, but definitely in the right direction of doing that. So those picks aren't going to be great. But when you build up all those draft picks, what I think they're trying to do, for one, Dejounte Murray, he's low-key been on the trade blocks for a few years. I don't know if Spurs fans will say that or not, but, it seems like every season for the past few seasons, I've been kind of hearing his name, I guess mainly last year. And, yeah, they decided to, keep him, and he became an all-star. He's a great player, man. Dejounte is a fantastic player. But I also know very much, too, that Dejounte's like 26. And the Spurs are kind of like in this weird rebuild where they have some really young, promising guards. I think guys like, Josh Primo could be big time in the NBA. It's why they drafted him with their lottery pick last season, right? Or I guess the last offseason, I should say. But yeah, man, so there's so many guards on that team and everything. And it's time to make some choices. And what I think they're doing is they are grabbing as much arsenal as they can to make a pitch or put themselves in a circumstance where they could trade up in next year's draft or tank next season, maybe a combination of both. Maybe the Lions can go their way, they get the third pick or something, they combine all these picks with it, and they're going for, I have it written down right over there, Victor Wembanyama. Yes, I'm telling you guys right here, man, I got it written down, guys. See this? Victor Wembanyama. Dude literally could be the next Tim Duncan, and how fitting would it be to go on the San Antonio Spurs? I promise you all, man, the San Antonio Spurs, like, Greg Popovich, he ain't stupid. This dude's won some championships. Their management team and scouting team, I don't know if it's the same dudes as, back in the Tim Duncan era, but they're smart people, man. Like, they definitely have always been pretty solid in the draft. Now, I will say, you can't get credit in the future for things you did in the past, all the time. I mean, they still have to make the right moves and make those decisions. And on paper, people are like, yo, what the hell is going on here? But I think that's kind of what they're doing. Like, I don't know, man. I play fantasy basketball, and I'm not just going to wake up and be like, oh, let me offer up Gallinari for Dejounte Murray. Like, there's reasonings behind these things. And I will say, man, after I threw a fit about Jimmy Grant being traded, there's always additional steps to the plan. It's not just that one thing going on, right? Okay, so let's talk about, I might have to do a third video tonight. You all want a third video, man? Leave a like on this one right here, man, because there's so much to talk about, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of it. May have to do a third one. I'm not sure, man. Or maybe a really early video tomorrow. Let's talk about Dejounte and what he brings to the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, so on the season, this dude is fantastic, man. Played 68 games. Which is impressive because I'm pretty sure he tore in his ACL, didn't he, like 2 seasons ago or something like that? Yeah, the season before, if it's going to tell me. Oh, damn, I guess that's been a while now, hasn't it? Okay, he didn't play the 2018-2019 season, and that was because of a torn right anterior cruciate ligament. The man literally came back from a torn right anterior cruciate ligament, man. Okay, have you ever done that? I don't think so, I'm just joking. Well, you probably haven't, like, let's be honest. If you have, shout out to you, especially if you're dropping triple-double in your rec league or something like that. But on the season, man, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists per game, 2 steals, and isn't he like 6'6"? Dude's got some length. It is exactly what they need in the backcourt with Trae Young. Exactly what they need. Another secondary / primary ball handler, take some pressure off him. You know, a guy that can obviously get his teammates involved in everything, but also score it himself. The one thing I worry about a little bit is that his three-point shot is not the absolute greatest. But, you know, it's like he's coming along in so many other aspects of his game. Who says he can't come along with that? And plus, you know, when he was on the San Antonio Spurs, he was the primary ball handler. So, I mean, you know, when you get those 9 assists and everything, you're not always looking for your own shot out there. And sure, you're going to be open and everything like that. But, I mean, in this case, Trae Young being the point guard, at least you would think, right? Maybe they do trade at the 2. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. But, you know, Dejounte is going to be playing off ball a lot more than he's probably used to. So, you know, to think that he's not going to spend his summer, you know, working on that three-point shot and getting that, I think it's 32%, get that up to around 35, 36%, I think definitely is in the realm of possibility. Now, I will say when it comes to his own personal stats next season, you might see a dip in that. I still think it was the right player to bring along, especially because of his defense. So, Dejounte is going to have to buy into the Hawks system and know that this is Trae Young's team. But I think he's going to be completely fine, man. Love the move so much. And not to mention, like, looking at the Hawks standpoint of who they act. Why am I sitting like this? I feel like I'm like half on, half off, okay? I feel like I want to jump all over the place. Like, NBA, so exciting. Favorite time of year. But, yeah, man, so look, I'm talking really fast, too, by the way. My speech teacher from 2nd grade, she would slap me in my face right now. But, no, I just love the NBA so much. What other sport is the offseason just as exciting as the regular season? If you guys can name one, please let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, man, this Hawks team, they still got John Collins. They still have Clint Capella. They still have DeAndre Hunter. And they don't have slow-ass Danilo Gallinari. Like, they had to give up nothing, man. And those draft picks, they are not going to matter all that much. Now, I say that with the full recognition, knowing that, you know, obviously experiments can fail in the NBA. You know, it looks good on paper, but then when it comes to actually playing, it just doesn't work. And, you know, those draft picks could be great down the road, but I'm not really expecting that to happen. I'm expecting this to be the exact type of player that Trae Young needed on his team, man. So what do you guys think about this? Where do you put the Hawks at next season in the Eastern Conference? Like, obviously didn't make the playoffs, had a very underwhelming season, I think is the best way to put it. It's nice seeing them be aggressive. And I will say now, I think they still probably go for Rudy Gobert. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. And just really, because, well, okay, this is what I'm getting at here, man. Because I think about it and I'm like, okay, like DeJounte's not the greatest shooter, so, you know, you might want to keep a guy like John Collins on the team who can get his hone and everything like that and can be a really good catch and shoot player and everything. If you get Rudy Gobert, though, you're probably giving up John Collins to do so. But realistically, he's going to be taking Clint Capella's spot. Clint Capella's not a shooter, so it's not like you're losing offense at that position anyway, and you're going up astronomically at defense. So I still think it makes a lot of sense, but they would need to go out there and get some stretch bigs on this team. I think that's probably the way to go if they go for a Rudy Gobert trade. Man, what do you all think about this? Spurs fans, I know in the moment you're probably upset, but you guys come from a franchise of a dynasty. You know, a recent dynasty. By recent, I mean it wasn't that long ago with Tim Duncan, Manu, and all of them. Tony Parker, of course, and Kawhi Leonard, obviously. But look at what your team was last season. Look at the trajectory of it and ask yourself, did you think that you were going to be contending for an NBA championship, something your franchise is used to doing? You know, you don't want to just settle for the playoffs. You want to win it all, baby. And, you know, DeJounte's great. I don't think he's the number one option on a championship team. Plain and simple, he's a great player. I think the Spurs made the right move. Was there better trades? Well, probably. But I don't know, man. I don't, you know, 3 first-round picks, that's still quite a few picks up in there. And I think if they're going for that Victor dude, it was definitely the right move. But guys, give me your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely have to do another video. Peace out, my friends.